Hey everybody, this is the Miss Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead with the tea break after the live debacle. As I said in the live stream, that wasn't really a good live stream. Um, I'm coming down with the flu, so there's not going to be videos for a couple of days because I'm in my slippers and my comfies, and I'm about to go climb into my heated power lift chair and watch Netflix. So that's about all I can do. I don't know if it's my stomach, my bowels, my head, my throat, my chest. I feel horrible all over. And having fibromyalgia, you really don't know when you're coming down with something until it hits you, right? So this is what this looks like. So I'm going to be down. I don't know how many days. But I wanted to update you on what's going on. Oh, the quilt top is done. I'm looking at a piece of paper I wrote stuff on. The quilt top is done. It's done. People wanted to know if the next time I put a quilt onto that frame, could I do a video on it? Sure, I can do a video on it. However, I'm not even sure I'm doing it correctly. I just do it and it works, right? So let me know about that, because the moment I feel better, I want to be putting that quilt on the frame. And hopefully by then, the data issues with my phone will be resolved. I still think it's probably a weather thing. Um, yeah, it's probably still a weather thing, because my cousin Kathy out in Prince Edward Island said that part of the roof got blown off her son's apartment building, and on her daughter's street there were trees down all over. So it still could be a weather thing. There still could be a lot of things that have been damaged. So we'll uh, we'll go with that for now. But so I'm not going to ball out my cell phone company just yet. What else? We ordered the firewood. I ordered the firewood today, 5 cords. All the trees that Howie took down a year and a half ago, um, were mostly softwood. But we do have some standing dead hardwood that he can bring down and zip us up a couple of cord to go with the 5 cord I've ordered, because I feel it in my bones. It's going to be one of those damp, snowy winters. I almost prefer a good snow and then freezing temperatures, because at least your body knows what to do with that. But damp and snow is just hell. It really is. So firewood's coming this weekend. I have not yet done my onions. That is another video. Let me know if I've done all these videos before, but I'm always trying to update with new videos. So let me know if you still want to see me dehydrate onions. We'll be getting a frost soon, so I imagine that the carrots will be coming out to the roadside stands. And I will be pulling up my turnips from the garden after the first hard frost. Yeah, because I want to dehydrate a bunch of carrots, and I want to can carrots with my rutabagas. I call them turnips. And I also have my leeks to pull up and do as well. I want to give them until the first frost as well. So all these things are going on. People have been asking me when I'm going to do more food that really schmecks videos. That's a winter thing. That really is a winter thing. When I've got my pantry stocked full of things like sauerkraut, and my freezer full of things like, you know, um, good stuff, right? So that's coming. But that's when there's no more gardening videos and there's no more canning or dehydrating videos. Then we start cooking with all the goodies, right? So that's kind of what's going on. I'm having some issues with the weed tube, because, as most of you know, I had the Cooking with Cannabis channel on the YouTube, had it for almost 4 years. And I have a Cooking with Cannabis Patreon account. and I have a Cooking with Cannabis Teespring store. So when I made my account at the Weed Tube um, a year ago, over a year ago, it asked for my username, and I put in Mrs. Wolfie, not realizing the username and the channel name were the same thing. So when I found out, I emailed them and said, can we, it's not letting me change my username. Can you do it from your end? And they said, sorry, we can't. All we can do is tell you to shut down your channel and re-upload under a new name. So I didn't think anything of that at the time because I was concentrating more on my YouTube channel. But I really started to think about this because I've put a lot of time and effort and energy and money into the Cooking with Cannabis kind of brand name. And so I emailed them and said, you know what? I made a Gmail account, cookingwithcannabis100 at gmail.com or cookingwithcannabis100 at gmail.com. And I tried to make a Cooking with Cannabis channel on the Weed Tube so that I could, while my Cooking with Cannabis or Mrs. Wolfie Weed Tube channel was still in its infancy, I could get everybody to move to an actual Cooking with Cannabis channel because people were getting confused. I was telling them to go from my Cooking with Cannabis channel on YouTube over to the Weed Tube and look for Mrs. Wolfia Cooking with Cannabis, right? Or Cooking with Cannabis, not remembering from a year ago that the username was actually Mrs. Wolfie. So I had to correct everybody. And it's making the traffic of moving my one channel over to the Weed Tube really slow. So I emailed them again and said, look, you guys got to be able to fix this by this time. You guys have been around for over a year. You've got to be able to fix this by this time. I need my channel to be Cooking with Cannabis. I need my username to be Cooking with Cannabis. And they said, no, we can't do that right now. We're looking at it in the future, but blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, just put Cooking with Cannabis in your tags and people will find you when they look it up. And I said, no, that's not good enough. In the meantime, my channel, Mrs. Wolfie on the Weed Tube, has Cooking with Cannabis in the background as a banner or as channel art. But guess what? I did try and make a new Cooking with Cannabis channel. And guess what? 3 months ago, somebody saw my channel and thought, oh, Cooking with Cannabis, that's not her username. What a great idea. And now there's a Cooking with Cannabis channel on the Weed Tube with somebody else who only has 83 subscribers and 4 videos. And some of those were just podcasts that she recorded and put out. So now it's going to be a problem. So I have sent yet another email to the Weed Tube saying, here is my Cooking with Cannabis Patreon link. Here's my Cooking with Cannabis Teespring store. Here's my Cooking with Cannabis channel from the YouTube that's been there for 4 years and has almost 15,000 subscribers that I'm trying to move over to a Cooking with Cannabis channel on the Weed Tube. Now, I'm pretty sure with all this proof, I have prior claim to that name for the Weed Tube channel. It would be much easier for you, this is what I wrote in the letter, to ask that other person to please take down their channel since they only have 83 subscribers and rename their channel. I've already put 4 years of work into what went into the videos I've uploaded to that channel already. I also showed them my Welcome to Cooking with Cannabis trailer video that I made for that channel. So there's a conflict. So that's what I'm working on right now, but I'm really not feeling well. And I hope they resolve the issue because I've worked really, really hard for that name. And somebody shouldn't be able to just come along and usurp it after me working for almost 4 years, right? So that's what's going on there. Sorry, I kind of monopolized on that, but it's an issue that's also affecting my health because I've got fibro. And when I get stressed and I wake up to an email saying, sorry, you can't make a channel called Cooking with Cannabis because one already exists. And they gave me the link to it, and the link to it was to a 3-month-old channel when I asked them to resolve the username a year ago. So that's kind of what's going on. I'm now going to make myself a hot tea with honey and lemon and go crawl up in my heated power lift chair. And hopefully I will be back in a couple of days with an onion video and turnips and carrots and dehydrating and canning and all that fun stuff. Okay? I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Prayers are welcome. I love you. Have a great day. Hey, boost your immune system with some chicken soup right now. The bacterial soup of the kids going back to school is upon us.